Mayor Randy Tom's proposed budget for fiscal year 2019.
Jacob Reynolds breaks down the proposal and why council and even the mayor are trying to fight it.
After Monday night's council meeting, Councilman Tim Thomas told us this about the mayor's proposed budget.
I know the budget this year has a proposed 2.5 millage increase, which I'm against.
Mayor Randy Tom says the proposed 2.5 mil increase was a recommendation from his chief financial officer.
The healthcare costs are always damaging to us every year. And so every year she recommends, she or the chief financial officer in place recommends at some point you're going to have to raise the millage rate.
Tom says he's against the increase but wanted to leave it for council input.
And so I decided to just give it to them full force right off the bat, let them work on it a little bit, send it back to my office, let me communicate with them and see what we can get this thing down to.
Councilman Thomas says he knows the recommendation came from the financial office, but says it's time to tighten belts, not raise taxes.
I'm going to go through the budget. We're going to start kind of shaving it back, see where we are in about a week, and then we'll go from there with it with public hearings.
The city's current millage rate is just short of 10. Mayor Tom says to support a millage rate increase, he'd specifically earmark the increased tax revenues for public safety, especially law enforcement. The city has till July 1st to decide on a final budget. In Warner Robins, Jacob Reynolds, 13 WMAZ News.
A $2.5 mil increase would mean homeowners with a $100,000 home would pay an extra $100 per year in property taxes. Also at tonight's meeting, the city audit for last year received a clean opinion, meaning financial statements were correct. The audit showed the city has enough in its reserve account to fund the government for at least 4.5 months.